Hi, I'm Harriet Hancock. It's really good to be part of this fresh look at mental health. Something I wanted to talk about and share was how wonderful it has been for me through understanding better how my mind and thinking works. That I've developed a much greater sense of who I am, who I really am. And that's been phenomenal for my mental well-being. I didn't realise before how much I've made up about myself. What I mean by that is just how my thinking had created these constructs and ideas and concepts about who I am. And that now I understand, now I can see that they're just not true. They're really made up. So one of those things that I'd made up about myself was that I'm really shy and can't do public speaking, and that's not for me, that world. Other people can do it, but I can't. I'm not one of those people. And I was asked to speak not long ago to a fairly large audience. Well, large enough to be in an auditorium. That felt meaningful to me at the time. But because I'd begun to see that I'd made up a lot about myself, I was quite playful about it, and I thought, well, if I've made up that I'm shy and rubbish at public speaking, maybe I can make up that I'm confident and just see what happens. So I gave the talk, and I'm afraid this isn't one of those fairy tales where I tell you that it turns out I'm amazing at public speaking. I wasn't. I was pretty poor, actually. I gave a pretty bad talk. But because I'd kind of made up that I was just going to do it, and I could see it was all made up anyway, my thinking about my performance on that day, I was just really light-hearted about it. It just didn't matter. I didn't give myself any of the beating up afterwards that I might otherwise have done of, oh, that was rubbish, what are people going to think of you now, and you're over-promoted and not good at your job, all that nonsense. I didn't do it. It was just like being in a sand pit. I built a castle. It happened to fall down. That's fine, I'll build another one. It was as light as that. It was really lovely. And so that's left me with this kind of little kind of fun game that of just asking myself quite often through the day, oh, did I make that up? And I'd encourage you to do that as well. And then the next game that's really fun when you got bored of that one is to have a look at, well, what's not made up? What have I not made up about myself? What's real and true? And I can't see it all. It feels like a very distant horizon, but it's a really beautiful one. It's really, really good to look in that direction. And the implications of both of those questions on my mental well-being are phenomenal. And I could talk about that a lot. But you'd do better just asking yourself those same questions and seeing how you feel when you've had a bit of a game, a bit of a play with that. Thanks for listening.